Guys out there, you're welcome to Sports Orbit from Leadership TV. My name is Afacho. Salifu Usman is also in the studio with me. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit.
Thank you, Afa.
All right, on today's edition of the program, we'll begin straight from FIFA, where yesterday FIFA revealed that the 2030 World Cup, which incidentally will be off, the World Cup actually will be hosted on three continents. In a statement on FIFA's website released yesterday, it said it read, following extensive consultation with all and given the importance of making the centenary of the FIFA Cup, the FIFA Council took key decisions in relation to the bidding and hosting of the centenary edition of the FIFA World Cup in 2030. In 2030, the FIFA World Cup will unite three continents and 6 countries, inviting the entire world to join in the celebration of the beautiful game, the centenary, and the FIFA World Cup itself. So, Salifu, of course, yesterday this news broke out. So, Morocco, Portugal, and Spain will host the 2030 World Cup, but the opening games will be played in Argentina, and so that makes out South America, Europe, and Africa. Of course, Morocco will be the second country, to have the privilege of having the World Cup be hosted on soil.
Well, honestly, it looks interesting, and look it down again. It looks so very. I don't know how I'll describe it. It looks very interesting in terms of bringing the unity of the game, bringing the continents and six countries together to hold a particular tournament. It will unite the country, unite the world more, and at the same time preach more about the beautiful unity, the unity of the beautiful game. But however, I'm looking at from the view of the expenses wise. Because when you are seeing 3 continents, yes, for Morocco, Portugal, Spain is understandable because of the proximity between the three countries. Morocco is on Africa continent, but however, the distance between Morocco and Spain is not too very far, and Portugal is not too very far. They are very close. They are very close neighbor. But in the faraway South American, you are saying that the first three matches will be played. They will be played in the South American country of Uruguay, Argentina, and Paraguay. And then before then, so if those teams who play there, if you progress and you now start moving from there to come to Spain or to come to Morocco or Portugal. But in as much as I think, in my view, I think FIFA should have did their work more diligently. To the fact that if they wanted to create the centenary World Cup, or being the first edition of the World Cup hosted in Uruguay, that is was 1930, then you could have given the right to the Uruguays on the South American to hold the competition. But if you feel the Uruguays, the South American don't have the capacity to hold the entire, it's not a must that the fact that the first edition of the ever FIFA World Cup was played in the South American nation. Should not be an excuse that you should also split the tournament so that they should have it here and to celebrate the centenary. If you feel they don't have the capacity to hold the entire tournament, then you should have taken the opportunity because in the idea, the distance of the flight distance between Europe and Africa and South America is not very close. There's a far distance there, and for a team play there, I'm even looking at it, for instance, even the FIFA officials who need to be on ground to monitor those matches. Well, I don't know how they are going to cope about the ball. Thank God that the world is becoming a global village.
Exactly, that's what I'm going to. For me,
the world is becoming a global village. Right?
For me, I feel maybe football. I mean, because you can't compare football, what it was in 1930 and what it is now, and what it will be in 2030. So for me, I feel maybe FIFA feels football now is more of a global game. So since celebrating a centenary, it's a big deal, for any organization. Talk more of an organization like FIFA. So maybe as a result of that, they want to just spread it. But for me, in terms of logistics, I feel maybe FIFA must have taken all this into consideration. Don't forget, FIFA is a multi-billion-dollar organization. So in terms of costing all of that, I really don't think it will be a challenge for FIFA.
Yeah, FIFA is a big organization, just like it's a multi-billion, not is it even though a multi-billion and whatever you ascribe to them, they are.
Yeah.
Money is not a problem when it
At
comes
all.
to FIFA. They have more than enough. They can spread it out, and at the same time, but one thing is that now 6 countries, and if you look at the slot for South America is 6, or maybe now they were called to 44 to 48. If I increase the span, now Argentina will qualify automatically. Only one team as Paraguay. That will limit a little space for other South American countries to compete for this space. The same thing will come to for Morocco. No problem. Morocco, you can always pick only one slot out of the African. Automatically, by now, African slot has been increased to 9. Morocco just pick only one out. Automatically, one out of that, and then left for it for the other 50 countries to compete for. And for Europe, they have a bigger slot. They have 10 before, and now I don't know how their slot have increased, probably to 20 or to near about. So, but just like you say. The world entirely is not a global village. You can be in your and at the same time participate in a meeting that is going on in a joint that can take you for almost a whole day for flight. So let's see how it's going to be, and we hope that it will be it will be an interesting game for all to celebrate.
Exactly. All right, to some cricket news now, where the men's cricket team, the Yellow Green, started its campaign in the 2023 West African Trophy Tour on a sound note. The tournament is the maiden and is organized by the African Cricket Council to foster relationships and increase fan awareness in the region. Playing at the Tafawa Cricket Ovals in Lagos, the Nigerian side dominated the game as expected, but the Central African country was able to stand its ground in the game. The Yellow Green was firmly in control of the game with 27-8 and only required 128 runs to win. At the end of the game, Nigeria Yellow Green came out on top with 59 runs and 18.1 over. So for cricket, I mean, we've spoken here at length the other time about cricket, how the game is, growing in leaps and bounds. And here, once again, the men's cricket team doing, defeating the Rwandan counterparts in the West African Trophy Tour.
Yeah, congratulations to the teams. And apart from even defeating the West African, the beauty of it was that the Nigerian having opportunities to host that tournament. We when it came to the game of cricket, obviously, without singing anybody's praises, we are beginning to show our strength in the game of cricket in terms of posting and in terms of play, in terms of playing. In the last two years, I think this is the second time we are hosting this competition, and even the T20 qualifier were also hosted in Nigeria. That is kudos to us in terms of our development. The way you hosted the fact that the International Cricket Council agreed that accept that Nigeria has the facility to host a cricket event is a plus to Nigerian country.
Yeah. All right, to some other news now, talking about where the Nigerian Volleyball Federation has announced that the second phase of the 2023 National Division 1 and 2 leagues will begin on the 5th of October, that actually today, according to Chief Martin Melandi, the director of the Federation. He said the Division 1 and 2 leagues are scheduled for beginning at the Ahmad Bello Stadium, while he said 11 teams will participate in the Division 2 league, 5 men's teams in the men's Division 1 league, while 3 teams will feature in the women's Division 1 league. He said 2 teams from the National Division 1 are expected to be promoted to the Nigerian Volleyball Premier League after the end of the season. He said a total of 19 teams will participate in the second phase of the 2023 National Division 1 and 2 volleyball leagues, and 2 teams from Division 1 will gain promotion into the Premier League as approved by the League Management Committee. So, well, also for volleyball, kudos to them. The league, at least you can attest that in the last couple of years, they've been able to, sustain the tempo when it comes to volleyball.
Yeah, the president of the Volleyball Federation, the president is Musa Nimro, has done fantastic well. So in the last 5 years, he came on board as the president. After I first tenure, and we were not surprised he was elected for a second tenure. And we can see that he continued to inculcate. And that is why some of us are always crying foul. The Musakira led boy is running the basketball in this country. Only the first we have the Tigers are going training tour of China. And I was asking asking in this studio, I say, what is that training tour for? In as much as some people will share that it is an good development to have a team to go and tour for China. We are talking about to qualify for the team. We don't have the basketball league. Thank God the female basketball basket for yes, now it's not on. What we call
because exactly that's what it is.
Go for a shiny top
when there's nothing at stake.
We even heard that even that idea has also caused a commotion between the board. Some people want to fool and some people want to fool within the board. It is all about personal interest and let us go on the tour so that we can have something extra to our pocket. Well, let's not that we are talking about the bowling ball and congratulations to the bowling ball, and since the current board, the present president of the bowling ball come on, the bowling ball has been on and it's continuing. It's not just the senior male. Apart from this, they're talking about the junior league.
That's what
the second divisions and the third division and the second thing. It's different from the senior bowling ball league. So
this is very important because like you rightly said, this helps keep players in shape. So for instance, if there's an international match now, you don't have to start scrambling for players. You know that you have players who are ready to in this competition. And
at the same time, it will provide employment opportunities for the youth because you can't recruit the play. For instance, most of the basketball team, basketball team, have rested their players. And even then, I have led from the Gombe, the Canopilla, always of the government because they are not being paid. Some of them have lamented that they are not paying them.
Of course.
And it's obvious by now. If only God knows if the league has been on for the past 5 years, only God knows how many people may have been employed. And for like the bowling ball, most of the institutions we have in this country have a bowling ball team. Most of that thing has been played by institutions, all those parastatals and the paramilitaries and so on. And for instance, people like civil defense, immigration, custom, all of them,
the Air Force,
the police and the army, all have this thing, and because of that, they go out to recruit to employ people who have this background of the bowling ball, and it's an opportunity to play ball. So, and can army, for instance, or Air Force, for instance, recruit you if you don't have any reason to recruit you?
I agree. Well, like you said, kudos to the federation. Once again, when you are talking about sports federation, you agree being that volleyball has been one of the most active federation in the last couple of years. All right. Other news now where, of course, Super Falcons player, that's Michelle Alozie, has won the U.S. Women's Soccer League of the Year award. She was named got the award earlier in the week. Alozie was announced as the winner on the NWSL X-Handle, the right back. Big three other nominees the award thanks to her superb performance in Houston Dash's 2-0 win at Gotham FC at the weekend. The three other Trinity Rodman of Washington Spirit, Kate Kruger of Chicago Red Stars, and Jaden Shaw of San Diego Wave. In a poll that was conducted, Alozie got 58.9%, while Rodman, Kruger, and Shaw had 23.1, 9.1 now, respectively. She returned to action for Houston Dash after serving a one-match suspension and scored 2 goals in the 2-0 win against Gotham FC. For her 5-star display in helping her team, Alozie was named player of the match. She has now scored 4 goals in 15 appearances in the league this season. So, I mean, congratulations to Michelle, one of Nigeria's standout performance in the last World Cup, and when you're talking about the Super Falcons, she has become a mainstay of the Super Falcons.
Yeah, yeah, and another yeah, apart from even apart from her performance on the field, he has many attributes going for her. Remember, if you recall, it's one of the, is the beautiful queen of the Super Falcons.
Yes.
When the Super Falcons, a whole lot of Nigerian men fall in love with her because of her action and everything. And you can go on her calmness and everything about her, and at the same time scoring 4 going out in 50 match from her defending position is not a small feat, and congratulations for her being voted as the American player of the year. It's not a small feat, and being non-American and to be voted in American League as the best player in the league. Fantastic achievement, and congratulations to her.
All right, we'll go on a quick break, and when we come back, Sport Orbit continues. Don't go nowhere. Oscar, you know how make we go. All right, welcome back from that break. It's still sports. I'll be down to some championship football where Nigeria's Kelechi Iheanacho was on target yesterday night as Leicester City defeated Northend 3-0 in the championship last night. Also, compatriot Wilfred also had an assist in that, setting up Iheanacho in that goal. With that win, now Leicester are back to the top of the championship table. I mean, Leicester City, what can you say? And we've spoken so much about them here, and like I've said severally, I said without a doubt, except something terribly goes wrong for Leicester City, Leicester without a doubt will spend just one season in the championship. Next season Leicester will be back to where they belong in the Premiership. And you know, the likes of Iheanacho, Wilfred still there playing their football happily, not complaining, and they're there doing well with the club.
Yeah, for fantastic, and I'm not a Leicester fan, but I quite appreciate the way they have taken their faith in good faith.
Yeah.
No much noise about the complaint about it in the second division or we are playing the championship. But rather they just have their mind focused. And
Exactly.
it's just about 11, about 10 months spending in the league, and then you get back to where you rightly belong. And just like you say, except something happen, which we pray to not, except something otherwise happen, there's nothing stops Leicester bounce back to the Premier League next season. Leicester back in the next league. So they are dominating the championship, and from every match they are playing well. And look at like the goal you just mentioned, it was a Nigeria combinations goal. That's a Nigerian goal. So congratulations to those guys too. Guys. I quite appreciate the way Iheanacho, and we have said it several times, Iheanacho and Wilfred have taken their feet in good faith without complaining, and they are just remain focused and supporting the Leicester. Yes, we go together. We need to pass back together. That is the best way to go, instead of people lamenting, trying to find a club that never come. And just like our brother Paul Nacho, who just joined the Sata team, and then he flew Satati good, and he was not too comfortable to know that he had to go. Now, this midway at the weekend, the Turkey president was complaining that they're regretting of buying him. You can see how
exactly.
You can see what is going on in his career, and if he's not taking, that is how he may just go into a rhythm.
Of course, we'll go to the Champions League. Of course, some interesting matches went down last night. Of course, some surprises here and there in the Champions League. Of course, we'll quickly take look at those results for yesterday's result. Of course, the biggest win yesterday was in favor of Newcastle against the almighty PSG. Nobody saw that one coming. PSG with its array of stars fell 4-1 at St. James Park to a Newcastle side where if you are asked to pick 3 superstars in that team, you won't be able to even pick, and they dismantled PSG completely at at St. James Park. I mean, looking at Newcastle, look, this is a team to really be feared.
Yeah, it was a sweet one for the English team yesterday. Unlike what happened on Tuesday, when the 2 English team ended on the losing side. But yesterday, the 2 English team, both Manchester United and
Man City and Newcastle,
Man City and Newcastle were on the winning side. And just like you say, the surprise is all. Everybody expected Man City to win, but the surprise is all. I think nobody will come out to tell you that he get the prediction right. Everybody will have to lose money yesterday. He might predict that the Newcastle will win, but not with this kind of margin. Yeah. When that draw was made in June this year, pitching the Newcastle along the AC Milan and Dortmund and
the group of dead
and PSV. People say this is the group of dead, and the fear for everybody was like, how is Newcastle, who have not played in the Champions League for the past 20 years, now coming to be pitched in a top group that has one of the best PSG, Dortmund, all top club in their league, in their local league, and after the first match, a draw with AC Milan, and then they follow up yesterday. If you look at that group, yes, AC Milan has a pedigree, Dortmund has a pedigree, but if you look at it, if you want to pick who do you think will qualify from this group, you definitely send through for PSG. So after that draw, and for Newcastle now to come against the PSG yesterday and drop down the PSV, totally humiliated the PSV that has one of the best players in the squad, one of the best players in the squad, in the person of Kylian Mbappe. Mbappe was totally taken out of the match yesterday. He couldn't make any move. And 4-1, they are clearly selling signal that PSG, except something happened, Newcastle definitely, if you have to put that, you definitely take Newcastle that will be the first one to qualify for that group. Now they are having 4 points, followed by 4 points, followed by you have 3 points, and then AC Milan has 2 points. Dortmund is yet to record any point. So, and their next match is against Dortmund.
Exactly.
So all they need, if they get a result again against Dortmund, for instance, they get a win against Dortmund, you can see that their fate is as central as anything.
Completely. All right. Quickly before we leave, some Europa League games will go down today. Of course, Liverpool will be in action, a competition which they haven't been in a long time. Of course. So many matches: Freiburg, West Ham, Olympiacos versus Baka Topola. That's the problem with Europa League. All kinds of names that are really tongue twisting. If you ask me, exactly. But a whole lot of matches going down. But of course, for Liverpool, they hope to bounce back to winning ways against Union SG of Belgium after that controversial game against Tottenham over the weekend. They will hope to, hope for a favorable officiating tonight.
Yeah, if you're looking at that group F, the group F, hosting Liverpool. Yes, hosting Liverpool and Union of Belgium side, and then the Toulon. If you look at this match, and to me, the Belgian, this is the wrong time to visit Anfield. Yeah, because the wrong time in the sense that Liverpool were hard done at the weekend, and up to today, both the players, the coaching crews, and everybody that connected to the Liverpool are not happy about what happened to them. As I thought, even yesterday, the coach has to call for a replay of that match, asking that they should give them for a replay of that match. But you are coming to first home. At the time they are very annoyed. Exactly. So there's going to be a transfer of aggression. Yes. So
a whitewash.
So I pity the Belgian club, how what is going to happen to them tonight. And another match we have to also walk into is Marseille versus Brighton.
That should be an interesting.
Brighton has been put up fantastic game in the Premier League so far this season, but despite all their form, they lost their first opening match to the Antis team, but now they must win against Marseille, and they are traveling to Marseille, and that is another difficult one for them. I don't know how Brighton are going to cope, because they need to win this match, because they lost the opening match at home 3-2 against the Greece team, and now they are up against Marseille playing away to France. So obviously, let's say how it's going to be, but it's a match that everybody has to watch out for, because Brighton can't settle for anything than to get a result in this match tonight.
All right, both matches beginning from 6:45 p.m. while the others come up by p.m. Sure, we'll keep an eye on it and we'll give you updates. With that, we come to the end of today's edition of our show. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be back with yet another interesting episode of the program. Salifu, thank you for being in the studio once again.
Thank you.
All right, until we come your way again, do have a wonderful time out there. My name is Afa Acho, and it's bye for now.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.